Eating salsa on... Not a fan, huh? It's probably pretty spicy. Hey, if it's spicy, you drink milk. Water kind of makes it worse. Where are you off to today?
To church, and then we're going to show a horse downtown.
That sounds like fun.
Oh yeah, lots of fun.
We did grow tomatoes this year and I have a bunch in my freezer. I'm saving those for pizza sauce. I didn't grow as many tomatoes as I did last year, partly because I wanted to try wider spaced rows to make weeding easier. But we ended up putting straw down anyway, so that ended up being a moot point. But that all to say that we planted fewer tomato plants this year than we did last year because of the spacing. And so very thankful for these tomatoes from my mother-in-law, so we'll still be able to make salsa this year even though we didn't get quite as many tomatoes this year as we had last year.
I'm gonna take a shot
ready?
of this thing.
Very carefully. Watch mommy, because it's hot, okay? This is very hot water. We're going to very carefully, I'm going to put them in and then you are going to scoop them out.
I'm gonna elbow.
Try not to. Them in the ice water.
Can I feel how cold this water is?
Okay. Huh? Use your fingers, these aren't hot. Your job is to take the tomatoes from here and just slim them up. Alright, Micah, we're going to do more. Are you ready?
I know, I can't quite reach a little bit.
Okay.
Where's my spoon?
Right here, are you ready? I'll tell you when, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna save the 5 slide moment. Is this not make it cold?
Typically, I freeze tomatoes for peeling. I find that easier instead of the boiling. You just literally stick them in the freezer, and then when you defrost them, the skins peel right off. But this is actually working out pretty well. For most of these, the skins are really loose and peeling right off. So that's pretty awesome.
Put them in the compost. Come on. Yeah. Wait, put them in compost.
You put the ones that you cut. Nope. In the big pot.
That was by Anna.
This is for the seeds. When you don't have gloves, you improvise. I have cut one too many hot jalapeno without gloves on. I've learned my lesson. Nice looking colorful salsa. Now we need to add a cup of apple cider vinegar and about 3 teaspoons of salt. And then we will bring it to a boil and simmer for about 30 minutes and it'll be ready to can. If you watched one of our other videos from this fall, you'll know that we've had a really hard time finding canning jars. And it's not just us, there's definitely been a run on canning jars lately. Everybody grew big gardens this year, which is awesome, and now hopefully they are putting those canning jars to good use and they aren't just collecting dust in somebody's pantry. That would make me very sad. But because of that, I'm finding it really, really hard to find pint or quart jars. So I'm going to can the salsa in half pints this year instead of pints, and honestly that's okay. We tend to only eat about a half pint worth of salsa at a time since Sam and I are the only ones that eat it, so this is fine. One of my favorite things about canning and about this salsa and a lot of the other things that I can is that it's 100% no waste, which is awesome. The jars are reusable, the vegetables are from my garden. Except the onions, I'll be honest. The onions this year I had to buy. My onions didn't do that awesome this year. It was too wet. So I did have to buy onions this year. But so they're not coming. Even those though, they don't come in like a plastic bag or a plastic container that I then have to throw away. Even the scraps that we don't need for the salsa is compost. So it's going to go in my compost pile to become next year's garden. Honestly, the only thing that's technically waste is the box that these jars came in, but it's a cardboard box, so I could recycle it. In this case, it's just going to be burned in our burn barrel. I don't have a way to recycle cardboard way out here. But I think that's pretty awesome. I think it's an easy way you can stand up for the environment and make a difference just by making your own salsa, making your own pasta sauces, and reducing the amount of waste that we are needing to produce and put back into our earth. Gonna process in the water bath canner for 15 minutes and then we're done. And while we're getting this up to heat to start the timer, the big girls and I are gonna go outside and get started on our greenhouse project. But you don't get to see that yet. Sorry. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. See you next time.
What?